everybody, welcome back. Skateboard Stories, episode 38, tape number February 96, February 10th, 96 to be exact. Jesse Silvey, nice little switch heel into the bank. Got Stacy Lowery, trying to grind the Washington rail. The T2 clip. This is continued from the previous episode, and to my knowledge, no one had done this rail yet. There's a slight chance that Frankie might have board slid it, but I've never seen any footage that I remember. So, like I said, to my knowledge, this is the first time anyone had ever done this rail. J.O. on the second angle over there. And one of our biggest supporters in Skateboard Stories, Ross Norman, reminded me that this footage had been used in a 411. It was Stacy's, I guess his AM spotlight or whatever they called it. I don't remember what it was called. But this, and then there's some other clips on this tape and other things that I had been filming of him around this time, went into that 411 episode. Pretty sick. 1996. This is probably January, late January, early February when he did that. Like I said, the tape says February 10th, but that would be the day that I logged it, so this is probably a couple weeks before that. And we got George Nagai skating downtown Santa Barbara. And I always love this type of footage, just real street skating out on the sidewalks, hitting spots, cruising through. George ripping. Timing the light through the intersection. Hitting a tall ledge. I think he's trying to nose grind right there. Close. Yeah, you can hear me saying close, so. Dodging people on the street, it's always fun. And here we have Regan at La Colina. And for those of you that have maybe not seen Skateboard Stories, La Colina was one of our, oh, watch out for the dog. La Colina was one of our favorite spots to skate. Has a little bit of everything, ledges, curves, banks. Has a double set at the Palm stage. guys trying to line kind of all the way across the school here. And no one really skated that gap either, so kind of taking the road less traveled on this line. Now we're coming back the other way. And no one really ever did that either, like skating all the way across down to the lower playground. And there was kids there, which is weird. Looks like there was some kind of school going on, but we didn't skate there during the school hours, so I don't know exactly what was going on there. And we got Stacy Lowery again. Powell fold-out ramp. We're always very lucky to be able to come skate this thing. During this time period, they had it opened up in the back. And we would go every once in a while. Usually go with like a team rider, like Stacy. Or maybe sometimes like J.O. or Mikey or one of those guys would let us go skate. Double tweak air. Pretty sick. Nose bone to method. It's not easy. Stacy had monster pop. So sick. Like it hurt. Trying to do the double tweak to rock fakie. Carl Nunez at Flyway. So if you've seen previous episodes, you know that Carl was the first person to grind and ollie into the ditch. Grind the bar. Or ollie over it into the ditch. Carl. And at this point, he's just kind of getting it down even more. You know, we had filmed it once. He had done it. And then now we're back again, and just trying to like get it wired, kind of, you know.
Don't know.
But that was Carl. He was really consistent and could do things like that. Like all the times he backside 50'd and backside Smith grinded San Marcos. I mean, it's uncountable. He could do that like on call. Trying to get the feeble Smith transfer, which is a little difficult. The lip there, the cement lip, you had to make sure you got over that. So anything, a 50-50 is kind of like, it's going to make you get over it. But like on a feeble, if you kind of try to just drop off, or a Smith grind, whatever, there's a chance you could hang up on that lip. Tail slide too. You really had to make sure you kind of hopped in. He didn't get it that day. I don't remember if he did that ever actually, but I want to say Ben Kendall did that feeble Smith transfer. Could be wrong. Somebody did it at some point. There's the nice and crispy, clean high 8 tapes. I still have all those tapes. That's what you've been watching, Skateboard Stories. They're not as crispy and clean as that. And we got a little Pam Anderson, 1996. Oh, watch out. Some big boobs. Pam. She was the it girl at that time. So here we are back at La Colina, and that is Gershon Moseley. He was there with Anthony Claraval, who is on the other side of the double set filming this. And if you've never been to La Colina, that double set is huge. It's really long, and then you see the wall at the end. The wall is like in the way. You really have to land on a dime if you're going to ollie that thing. You only have a little kind of area to get through right there. And you got to go super fast. And I can't remember if anybody else has ever done a flip trick down it. Gershon does the kickflip here. It was in 411. I don't think my angle was. I think it was just Anthony's. But pretty gnarly. Even to this day, that's gnarly. You can see his kind of body momentum wants to go towards the wall. So you see he's kind of coming. He's almost going like right to left right there. See how he creeps over, and then he's kind of trying to make himself go the other way there. So you're almost going at an angle. But it was getting dark. You can see Anthony's got his video light on over there. And I would say that the exposure that you're seeing right here is pretty true to what was going on. It was like this dark. And there it is. Stomped it. And then I brightened it up a little bit right here so you can see it a little better.
Holy fuck.
But yeah, you can hear me. I was surprised. Gershon was a beast in those days for sure. And here we have Super 8 footage filmed by Manabu Kumakura. This is all the extra little clips that went in the Santa Barbara video. It's Jeff Hancock with a Pentax camera.
It looks like I'm watching black and white Super 8 footage.
So we're just filming this off the wall. This is not high tech at all. We did not have this professionally transferred. This is running a projector in a dark room, probably like my bedroom, off the wall, and then you got the high 8 camera on a tripod, and I'm just filming it off the wall.
After Jägermeister drinking. What's that?
Did you see the photo of all of us at Rosa's restaurant? Yeah, somebody took a photo of all of us.
So you can hear me talking to Manabu. That's me, Manabu, Tony Bulis, and Krishna.
I'm throwing
kind
the
of just
horns,
talking
everybody's
while
all
we're
looking
doing
at the
this.
camera, and it's all Rosa's right above us, and everybody's like Bill's pointing at the sign.
And that was also Cossack. This is the same trip that's been in a previous episode. As a matter of fact, a lot of this Super 8 was all from previous episodes of Skateboard Stories. It's just all the stuff Manabu shot on the side when we went on these trips and stuff. And that's Beryl Banks, which if you've never been there, it's fucking super steep, hard to skate. That's Dylan with the frontside shove, and George Nagai doing fakie heel flip, I think.
Showing the shoes.
End of a skate.
Dude, he's making fucked up.
There's George.
What film were you using right here, man? Do you know?
Have you seen all this, Tony?
Kodak 40.
Is that 40?
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
No.
Oh god, wait till you see George's Pal Magic heel flip, dude. You're gonna be stoked. Manabu did some Pal Magic.
There you go.
What, the editing?
He's all pushing.
You did your own editing?
Yeah. I
Oh,
just
good.
guessed that. I was like, do it.
Cool.
It was so rad. It was the best timing. I was like, yeah. Still taking pictures.
That's rad.
There you go. Coming up.
Tony Tieu. Not sure what school this is. I don't know if it was at the same spot or not.
Right.
Smith
Yeah,
grind.
that was good.
Pretty dope.
And that's about it.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any more face shots or anything? Or is it just all this?
No, I almost ended pretty much.
George. I'll just let it go. This will take up too much.
Look at the signs, dude. Like, they have like 15 fucking different signs. Cool. No skating, no smoking, no drinking.
No signs. No,
No signs,
Right.
exactly.
no breathing.
That's fun.
It's Ricky Higgins, Ledbetter,
I don't know if you want to use anything.
Beach Ledge. Again, all this footage, the high 8 versions, the video versions,
Son.
we've already seen in previous episodes of Skateboard Stories.
Can't remember anything like what's in there. Stupid girls. Dude, you're just crazy, dude. Oh, here you go.
This is fun, you know.
Oh, and a clip of me,
Everyone films your
Oh
skating.
shit.
a rare clip of me skating, fakie nose grind at La Colina. Dirty D, aka Dylan Gardner.
There's a monkey.
And this footage was in the Santa Barbara video, that clip right there.
He never even pulls this on. What a dork.
Dude, I was like, come on, dude. I can do it.
Oh, shit,
Jesse.
Jesse.
Mini Jesse. And this is the same session. You can see way up there at the top is the
Hey,
trash
did you see
can and
something
me
that
filming,
you said?
crouching down.
Oh, I showed
Dylan
you,
doing
I showed you
switch
this,
flip,
I showed you.
backside flip,
You
and
didn't
nollie
see it,
180
huh?
heel, which was in a
Yeah.
previous
I'll show
episode.
you, I have 2 of them.
And the rest of the crew was just shredding around. San Marcos. There's all kinds of good ledges, and downhill runs, and San Marcos is always a fun place to skate. Nowadays, it's kind of knobbed up. The rails are gone. I mean, I'm sure there's still stuff there to skate, but it was really fun in these days.
Did you get that backside spin?
Mm.
Did you get anything here?
You're on Hillside Vicky.
Yeah, floor.
Yeah, we can use that.
This was a Goleta bump to bar that's long gone.
That's probably up.
Dylan with the tail side to fakie.
That's it.
That's hot. Hot video.
See, like, it's focus. It's pretty much
Real
focus.
nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just like point. It's too fast. From that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Santa Rosa and Dylan Gardner.
Okay.
Oh god, that was a good angle too.
Nollie no slide.
The guy from like Stacy too. What that was? No, maybe not. Did you see the guy? The Kung Fu guy?
And this is Isla Vista
Yeah.
Curbs. Ted Forquin, who does Ultra Corp skateboards. Cart bumps, Dylan trying to switch flip. Didn't get it. There's some stop motion animation by Manabu. Nollie flip fakie on a grass bank. And a 4-wheel slide. Bertelman.
That shit was so
And then
good,
this is our
dude.
Texas trip. Manabu kind of made a little mini movie as we went along.
Dude, that
And here
shit
we are
was
leaving
so
the
good.
coast.
That was right on.
Cheese man.
And these would be the
Oh.
days, day one. I think in the previous episode when I was talking about this trip, I said we went over a weekend, but watching this footage, it looks like it was actually more like a
that was
6-day trip. But it is
Driving
24
cocaine.
hours there and back. So like the first 2
El Paso.
days,
All
see
right, I
here's
can
day
see it
2
now.
and the sun's coming up.
Texas.
I filmed you holding
So,
the sun. Look.
Realistically, we were probably in Texas maybe just for like
Checo.
3 days. 3 or 4 days. And the rest of the time was driving there and back. And that's Austin. That ditch was super fun.
So rad.
Really good ditch.
Watch.
Had a little bit of everything in that one. And Tony B taking a spill.
Oh, that's good.
Chris Old's house.
Oh yeah, Chris Orr's house. Oh, and this
Oh,
ditch
shit,
was
my
pretty
ollie.
well known. I don't remember what it was called, but it was kind of a famous Austin spot.
Oh, my ollie wasn't on that one.
Next one.
The double-sided ledge wall ride thing. George with the Wally out. George has been the king of Wallies for a very long
That
time.
was sick.
He's the only person I know that can Wally a vertical pole. I've seen him do it many, many times.
Thought to the corner.
A little bit of Houston footage there, but don't know why it went black, but so then this was our last day of the trip, and we're skating downtown Houston, and we went from skating downtown Houston to when the sun started going down, we jumped in the car and drove 24 hours home. But actually,
See what I'm saying? It's kind of
It
hard
was
to see
longer
it.
than that
It's like pretty dark.
because
Like face. See, that's good. I can see it, but some angle I can't
my
see
car
it.
broke down. I think the CV joint went out, and we were like 2 hours outside of Phoenix in the desert, and it took them about 6 hours to fix because they had to drive to Phoenix to get the part and come back. So this is it right here. This is us sitting around waiting for my car to get fixed. So realistically, that was about a 30-hour trip home.
Watch yourself, Eric.
Boredom has set in at this point. We're sitting around waiting for the damn car. There it is right there. My Golf. Volkswagen Golf.
I remember that well.
Back in SB is the Quickies car.
Vicky's car.
There's George bombing a hill.
What's that, George?
Yeah, safe footage.
Except the guys in SF when they jumped off.
George has been into dorking around lately, hasn't he?
I told him to do it.
That looks like Jacob with a one-footed nose wheelie. That's Blue, our homie Blue.
I filmed Blue like 5 minutes on it.
Billy Backer.
Bill looks funny, dude. Can't even move.
Looks like Bill might be shooting with the F2 Nikon.
Smoking weed.
George with the yellow power board.
That was good, dude.
All in good
Doing
fun.
stickers off the vans.
This is San Diego.
Wish I
Stacy
had that.
Lowery.
I was changing my film. He did it.
Again, in a previous episode, there's footage of this frontside 180 over that giant hydrant.
No.
Thing that's tall as hell, and then plus the bench, little extra bonus bench at the end. The big ollie.
So he pretty much did it right there.
And that's the Muska. Basic bowl. I think Orange County, Huntington Beach maybe? I can't remember exactly where it is. That's Ronnie Krager. Brian Patch. So this was a trip that I took to film the Shorty's Hardware team riders for a short segment. It's Chris Senn right there. For a short segment in the Shorty's snowboard video titled Snow, which if you've never seen that video part, it's amazing. It's a really sick part with like Muska, Brian Patch, Ed Templeton, Jerry Fowler, Jeff Rowley, list goes on. Jamie Thomas. That's Remy Stratton right there. But I'm filming fisheye over in the corner. I'm trying to get Muska's frontside flip. Manabu is filming this second angle. I brought him along with me to get second angles. And those tapes that I filmed, I don't have. I think they're in Tony Bulis's video archive, wherever that is, I'm not sure. Remy just tearing. Muska. So this was, I believe this is the first time I ever filmed Chad. Again, this isn't my footage right here. This is Manabu's, but same day, whatever. This is, I think, the first time. If not, it's like the second time. But I had met him maybe once or twice before this. And yeah, this weekend was crazy. We filmed with all kinds of heads, like all the people I named off just a minute ago. It's a bummer I don't have those tapes because they're sick. There was a bunch of footage. We got a bunch of stuff. There was some things that didn't get used and whatever. So hopefully one day they'll come out. People will be able to check them. But if you want to watch that part, you can search for it on my website. I think it just says snow video, Shorty's hardware part or something like that. Muska with the frontside flip. So it's a little known fact that when Chad was a kid, he had a empty pool at his house. So he would skate an empty backyard pool that he had. And he rips backyard pools. I've skated some backyard pools with him, and he kills pools. I don't think a lot of people know that. But it was funny. I remember this was like a TSA meetup. It was like the whole team met up here. Maybe to shoot a team photo or something. I can't exactly remember. But at some point, not sure if it was before this session or right after it, we were out in front of the house and the TSA team van was there. And everybody's climbing into it, and I'm standing there, and Chad's like, hop in. And I was like, all right. So I get in, but I was kind of going like, I don't know what we're doing. I didn't know if we were leaving or what was happening. And Manabu's kind of off to the side going like, what's going on? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just doing what I was told kind of. So I get in the van, and I'm sitting in the front seat, and the whole van's packed. It's like the whole TSA team is in the van. And I'm sitting there kind of going, what's going on? You know, and I know Chad must have looked at me and noticed that I had like a weird look on my face. Like I didn't know any of those guys. I didn't know what was happening. And I remember he just goes, do you smoke? And I didn't smoke weed at the time. And I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, you might want to get out. And I was like, oh, okay. So I jump out of the van, and then they proceeded to just hotbox the shit out of it. Patch. Senn, all-terrain ripper for sure. I remember Chris used to show up at the skate zone pretty often. He was riding for Powell. He'd be in there just killing that thing. I think he won one of those Powell contests, and that was probably why. I mean, he was there quite a bit, had that place dialed. But he was just a ripper in general. Kill everything. This time period here is, like I said, it's you know, late January, early February, '96. The Shorty skateboards didn't exist yet, just the hardware team. But Chad ended up getting on Shorty skateboards, and Shorty skateboards started this year. So as these tapes go along, you're going to start seeing more and more Muska footage coming up. Remy put on a helmet. For a minute, I wasn't sure who it was. I was like, who is that with the black helmet on? But it was just Remy put a helmet on. Rolling to straight lip slide over that hip. It's so gnarly. Sounds so rad, all those grinds. Just the speed of the wheels, and it just sounds so cool. I love it. Here's the next day. This is Jamie Thomas, and I'm not sure who that is right there in the Zero sweatshirt. But again, this is Manabu filming. I'm right there in the background. You can see me in the shadows over there filming Fisheye. But Jamie Thomas skating this green rail. and there was a gap, a couple of gaps around the corner from this, and that's actually why we came to this area. There's probably footage, I'm going to guess, on the next tape of Jamie actually skating the gaps. But this was kind of like the warm-up before we went over to hit the gaps.
What is that?
You can see right there, Jamie's foot went over the other side of the rail. I remember him being like, oh my God, I can't believe, I don't know how I did that. He wasn't sure how he pulled his foot back over. That looked like it didn't feel good.
Here. Tape signing out. Okay.
So you could hear Manabu say the tape was running out, and Jamie just said, okay, I'm going to do it right here. And the tape is actually almost to the end here. I got another one coming soon. Should pick up where this left off with more Manabu footage. And got to give a big shout out and thank you to Manabu for filming all these second angles. And I'll be back with another tape soon. Peace.